Hey, shalom, shalom, all praises, honor, glory goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honor to the apostles, elder bishops of Great Millstone, peace and blessings to you fellow brothers pushing out this word in truth and sincerity, B'chnak, coming back with another lesson through the spirit and power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. And all your major cities here in America are breaking down. Okay, they're riddled with crime. Crime is skyrocketing year over year. Okay, month over month, it's increasing. Home invasions, burglaries. Okay, petty theft, extreme theft. You know, going into grocery jewelry stores, just smashing, grab, stealing hundreds of thousands of dollars, you know, even in high fashion boutiques, stealing tens of thousands of dollars of clothes. People just running up on people with Rolex watches, you know, pistol whipping them, sticking them up, you know, and I'm going to use this video just as a catalyst to bring out that point. But there's so many videos out there, I know, especially on my thread, subscribe to these different news outlets and major in different parts of United States, you know, these major cities, and it's all the same thing. These major cities are infested with crime. Okay, everything is breaking down. Now here, and of course, it's Jake. So you wonder why when you go into Esau's neighborhood, they looking at you, or you go into these heathens' neighborhood, you know, those affluent places, they looking at you all crazy. These are the reason why. Okay. Oakland's affluent neighborhood, because not all Oakland is bad. You have some affluent areas. You go into the hills. I've been in the hills. Them hills, whew, they got money. You living up there, you got money. Okay, Jake don't live up there. Okay, you gonna see Esau, Moab, you know, Elam. You gonna see the heathen nation. You might see a Jake. You might. Okay, but them, you go on the hills, Oakland Hills, Berkeley Hills, San Pablo Hills, right? Oakland's affluent neighborhoods seeking rise in home invasion robberies. Okay, and this is all reminiscent of the complete collapse, okay, of a society, of Babylon the Great. Okay, this is part of it. Now I'm gonna play this video. I sped it up a little bit. This is fair use. Usually I don't get any issues with, you know, local news, but you just never know. Let's just play this. And but this is happening. Well, and I've referenced this a few times, maybe one or two times in one or two of my videos. I've seen these type of Jakes dressed in all black. And I don't live in an affluent neighborhood by no means, but, you know, middle class, you can say. And I seen 3 of these Jakes just like right outside, literally right outside my house, all black ski masks. I was like, oh shit. Okay, so it's coming into it's everywhere. Okay, I don't know if they was what they call jugging out here. No, not jugging, but bipping, where they just break people's windows and steal things, or they were doing home invasions and you know, they was right there. We all locked eyes. Let me play this.
Invasion robberies in Oakland,
and then I'm gonna get a
like the one
scripture.
you're seeing here, continues to rise. Good evening, I'm Ahmed Dates.
And I'm Julian Glover. Those crime stats are up, and we have some new details about the victims and the people suspected of committing the crimes and where it's happening.
That's right. ABC 7 News I-Team reporter Dan Noyes is here to update his investigation. This from last month, Dan.
Well, Ahmed and Julian, at a public safety hearing on Monday evening, police gave officials a picture of some home invasions that was a little dated. They used numbers up to August 15th, but our data team did a little digging today and found the current totals as of this week. At the City Council's public safety meeting, Oakland police officials reported an uptick in home.
And by the way, the police, they're not going to do anything about it because they're being defunded. Okay, they rarely catch these guys. That's why they're just so blatant. And you see this. This is Jake. I seen 3 of these dudes right across the street from my house, leaving the house at night, just dressed just like this. Okay.
invasion robberies in the Laurel, North Hills, Joaquin Miller, and the greater San Antonio neighborhoods.
And I do want to note that just on Sunday, there was a very violent home invasion in West Oakland where a homicide resulted. All of these are unacceptable. All of these are unacceptable.
The latest figures show that as of this past Sunday, there have been 63 home invasion robberies like this one I showed you last
Look at
month. An 80-year-old man and a 69-year-old wife are caring for their grandchildren when robbers break in a second-floor window. The men held the couple at gunpoint for nearly 40 minutes, a terrifying ordeal, their daughter told me.
During this time, my mom was trying to rush them out of the house by saying, hey, you know, someone's going to be
crazy
home
out
soon.
here.
My son-in-law is going to be home from work soon, so we need to hurry up and get what you need. You know, she offered them cash and say, hey, if what you're looking for is cash, here's cash, but just take it. Please don't hurt any of us.
The head of the OPD robbery and felony section told the city council
Just dressed
most
just
of the
like that,
victims are
right across-
elderly
right-
Asians, 55 to
right across the
87
street.
years old, and that the home invasions take place
You
mostly
weren't even 30
between
yards
2
away
and 5 a.m. Monday to
from each
Friday.
other.
He broke down the numbers by area. Take a look at Area 4 that has the most home invasions with 17. Then 10 home invasions each in Areas 1, 3, and 5. Area 2 with 8 and Area 6 with 4.
There's dots all over the map, including our street and our neighborhood. There is an incident every few days in this general vicinity.
There's a real sense of fear in this neighborhood.
Absolutely, everyone's mobilized because of it, but I've never seen anything like it before.
This Oakland Hills resident doesn't want to be identified, especially after a close call with a suspect believed to have pulled off a home invasion on his street. He talked to police.
The officers tell you that. They think this guy, one guy, committed 30 home invasions?
That's right, and his mode of operation is to go to the front door, and if that doesn't work, go around the back and force entry, and doesn't care if anyone's home.
Police told the Public Safety Committee the spike in these home invasion robberies is attributed to a group
I mean,
of
you get the gist. You get the gist. You know. Let's hit a scripture. It's not a long video. We can also get Matthew 24. Because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Right. But I'm just going to go kind of to the point here. This is nothing. This is the days. This is just the beginning of the days of sorrow. OK, where it's going to be a complete breakdown society. And those who have not are going to go into these neighborhoods of those who have things or what they perceive to have things. You know, they're going to go in there, and it's not going to be trying to take cash. It's going to start there, or, you know, jewelry. It's going to be food. It's going to be water. It's going to be shelter. It's going to be necessities. OK, and you're going to have a lot of these nations. They're going to go back to their own land. The scriptures speak about that. 2nd Ezra 15. And I'm going to start at 12. Egypt shall mourn, which this is speaking about spiritual Egypt, which is America, and shall be, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and a punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. And the Lord is really, at this point, he's plaguing the world. Like it says in Isaiah 13 chapter, I will punish the world for their iniquity. Right. So you got floods, you got earthquakes, you got wildfires, or what people believe to be wildfires. Nothing other than, DEW weapons, DEWs. I'll just say it like that. OK, that Esau has. Remember, Esau was given the blessing of the sword. And the very reason why all these cities are breaking down is because of his policies. He wants this confusion. Now he can bring in the National Guard. Now he can bring in UN troops. Now he can push even heavier draconian measures, curfews, all for safety. And that's how he's going to tell you people, this is for safety. No more home invasions. We chip everybody. We know where everybody is at. OK, like that movie with I always forget this. I always forget the name. Minority Report. OK, Minority Report, where they're the precogs. They can already find out, who's getting ready to do a crime. They can read your brain waves. OK, this is the technology that this man is boasting himself in. And this is a part of the reason why he's allowing these things to happen on such a grand scale here in America, which America is supposed to be this great country. Right. Why is home invasions a issue in these affluent areas? Even within just regular areas, it's rampant. OK, people trying to, come up. OK, especially in these major cities, Atlanta, Oakland, San Francisco, LA, Chicago, Detroit, New York. All these places are rampant in crime. Okay, more crime than you go to Dubai or you go to somewhere in Iran or Afghanistan, right? Where it's supposed to just be lawless. Afghanistan. There's more crime here in America than there is in these other countries. Okay, China's just supposed to be this low-level country. Well, there's more crime here in America on all levels, okay, even on your petty level, okay, than there are, I would say, combined all around the world. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and the hail, and with fearful consolation. Now, I was watching this video yesterday about the different floods, and pretty much the floods was jacking up China, different parts of China, and it was this pig farmer. He pretty much said, I'm gonna have to close up shop. You know, this pretty much killed, you know, the thousands of his pigs. He said he lost millions. He just gonna have to close up shop. Okay, so these plagues are going to be messing up food crops. It was another in China, I believe it was still in China, where he was growing something, I forget, but it messed up his food crop. You know, he said, yeah, it's been floods like this, but it's been floods, but nothing like this. Okay, so it's going to happen here in spiritual Egypt, where it's going the avocados and most of the avocados are imported from Mexico. Okay, the almonds and the tomatoes and, you know, the corn and the wheat, you know, things that are here, you know, the cattle, right? Because if you got to feed the cattle, right? You got to feed your chickens. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. And these are all judgments. And some of these home invasions are leading into homicides. All right. Jake is wilding out. Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt. Was that Isaiah? Is that Isaiah 19? Or maybe it's another chapter. For the sword and the destruction draw nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. And certain people are arming themselves. Certain people are arming themselves. Okay, I'm pretty sure you saw that video a couple weeks back that went viral, where two look like, you know, Hispanic men, you know, pretended to be maintenance workers. They're coming to change out a filter or whatever, but they were coming in to, you know, to do a home invasion. And you had the owner with his brother that was there, and he shot through the door and they ran. So it's a lot of that going on. Okay, the easiest way to come up is just to go and take it, you know, take it by force through the sword. And that's what's going to happen. That's actually what's already happening. But when there's a complete collapse, people are they're going to lose their mind. There's more guns here in America than there are people. OK, people are stocked up. OK, and especially Jake, when Jake hungry, Jake going to do whatever it takes. That's their culture anyway. Right. The so-called black culture, black and Hispanic culture, especially so-called black culture here in America, is gangster culture. OK, and it's reinforced through these rappers. OK, 50 Cent, this and that. And then you got 50. Oh, I'm a businessman. I'm this. I'm that. You were set up. OK, the elite set you up. You had handlers. Now you making money. Now you put on the suit. But before that, you was just this thug pushing a certain type of negative culture on your people, and you made millions of dollars. Okay, now you just this mogul now. The Most High is going. He's going to judge these Jakes. Okay, he's going to recompense these Jakes that sold out. Okay, that pushed this evil culture. You push that get rich, die trying spirit. How many niggas have died because of that? Ask yourself. Countless. We can't even count. Okay, the NWA, gangster rap. Okay, all you so-called rappers, you had a part of that. Okay, because they only want one particular, and this what funds this, or you could say, yeah, funds it, or makes this possible. All these home invade. This is all. This is on your TV. This is on your video games, and your music. I did this. I did that. Boom, boom. Hit them with that. You know how they. You know what that. You know how they say it. Put them on a beat. One of these dudes, they might have been doing this for years, and then they become a rapper, and then they speak about it. And that's glorified. Oh, he go hard. Yeah, he got bars. Yeah, he rap fire. But the whole time, he was a complete demon, robbing people, busting in people's doors, holding people at gunpoint, telling people, I'm going to kill you. Okay, that's what these jakes be saying. Okay, so you rappers, you going to pay for that. You all part of it. You're on the lowest level. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. See, the modern sword is the gun, and there's more guns here in America than there are people. America is a gun. It has a gun culture to it. Everybody has to go. Well, you got people that actually make guns. You have the gunsmith. Undercover guns where you can just, make it if you have the what's it called? The schematic. You can make a gun. You got the 3D printers, what they call the ghost guns with no, identification, no serial numbers. So when things get worse, and things are bad, inflation, which is a hidden tax. So here it is. You're already getting taxed about 30% off top. So if a dollar, $1, right? If you're getting taxed 30%, you only have 70 cents now. That's upfront. That's an upfront tax minimum. Well, what about you paying taxes on all your goods? You're paying taxes on your energy, your gas. You're paying taxes on your food, which is going to come around 20 to 30% as well. So here it is. Out of that $1, you got taxed 30% up front. They take out Social Security. They take out state. They take out federal. Right. It's going to get about 30%. So you have 70%, and then you tax on everything else. Your rent has gone up. OK, so you're being taxed at least another 30%. So you're being taxed 60%. And you don't even know it. That $1 that you had is now 40 cents. You have the buying power of 40 cents. And this is why people can't make it. OK, so if you had $1,000, you really only have 400. That's how much you're getting taxed. But the average American, they don't know. They don't know anything. OK, but what they do know is they're going to go and they're going to break down your door when things get hard. They're going to steal from their neighbors. OK, they're going to destroy their neighbors. For there shall be sedition among men. OK, you had that whole, thing with January 6th with Trump. OK, which that was all set up. But the sentiment was there. They want a changing of the guard. They want your man Trump in there. They want somebody else in there. And it's crazy that both of your president candidates, they're all Trump, he turned himself in. He has a mugshot. OK, and then you have Biden, his son. He was indicted. Trump was indicted. Biden's son was indicted. They try to indict Biden, but it didn't stick with different charges. So these people that are in rulership are criminals. So when you get, when things become even harder, because those so-called home invasions, nobody's doing anything about it. They have these certain city councils, right? They have these certain city councils, and if you can see here, where they go and they speak about it right here, right? They have these different city councils where they'll go and speak about it, and they'll say it's unacceptable, and we have to do something about it, and we're gonna fight to do something about it. We're gonna create a new committee to monitor and then nothing happens. The numbers go up, so people are going to be sick and tired, and it's going to lead into the scripture that we're reading. People are going to be sick and tired. That's why the sedition. They're like, well, Nothing that you have done has worked. It's actually fueled the problem. It's actually fueled the issue, and nothing has been corrected. Verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men, which sedition is, outcry against the government, to rise up and to fight against the government. Okay, to riot. Okay, to go against government orders and invading one another. Right, home invasions. That's part of it too. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and she would be part of that. The kings and the princes, more so the princes. Okay, but in that power position where the kings and the princes, they lay down the authority. Okay, you do this, you do that, because it's the power of the king. Well, they're not going to regard that. They're not going to regard any of these edicts, any of these mandates, any of these legislation. Okay, to to do this, to do that. Okay. And the course of their actions shall stand in their power, meaning they're going to do whatever the hell they want to do. Okay. If they want to burn down a building, they're going to burn it down. They want to storm the Capitol, they're going to storm the Capitol. And it's funny how these things are happening in different parts of the earth, too. They're storming the Capitol because people are fed up with the power structure, because nothing is getting done. Everything, there's enough resources on the earth for everybody to really live in paradise. But you have a man, okay, the so-called white man, the Edomite, the man of sin, okay, that's, holding back or really stealing from the whole world. Okay. It says a man shall be, and that was the point right there. But let me just finish this up. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Right. You're going to have these 15-minute cities. You're going to have these different roadblocks. You're going to have these different curfews. Right. And this is all the collapse and the breakdown and the crime. That's all feeding into this hour. OK, that's all feeding into the you not being able to go into a different city, because they're going to say, well, this, they're going to say that. OK, crime is rampant. We don't know who you are. Who are you? This is a blocked off city. OK, the only way for you to travel is to have permission by the government. We don't know if you could be a criminal. Look how much crime is out there. People just invading one another. People not caring what the government is saying. People destroying each other with a sword. So this is going to give the devil order out of chaos. It's going to give him excuse. OK, and people are going to fall for it. But a lot of people, they're just going to riot. Right. As we read in verse 16, they just going to riot. They're going to fight against the government, militias. OK. In all these home invasions, we go home invasion, burglaries. OK, car theft. Cadillac converter, stealing Cadillac converters. A lot of tourists are coming back into the city. They're just breaking windows, stealing cameras, stealing, goods from the tourists. Because the tourists, they'll have cash on them. They'll convert their euros or whatever it may be to USD. Right. and they'll just break, tourists. Oh, this is a great city, this and that, And next thing you know, you got people on a prowl. Mainly Jake is on a prowl. So why, people looking at you all crazy? You going to certain stores, you going to certain neighborhoods. This is the reason why. Okay, because Jake is a terror. Okay, and they do it when you finish that video. They give you the statistics, and they doing it to their own people. Okay. My father told me stories about different home invasions, how his buddy got, they came in, pistol whipped him. I think they might have even took his woman right in front of him. I believe that happened. I believe so. So Jake wild, man. It says, for because of their pride, the houses shall be troubled. For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, right? Are we supposed to be, neighbors, and we're supposed to love each other, and, we're not supposed to, do no harm, and, America is the land of opportunity. Why are these things happening? Why is there so much crime? Because this is all the signs of Yahushua returning. Okay, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods. Right, home invasions is about spoiling goods. See that? I seen three dudes just like that, young Jake, all black, hoodies, ski masks, Jordans on. Right when I was pulling outside, I'm like, what the? I kind of stood. I mean, what these niggas doing? I was like, here we go. Okay. And you got a whole bunch of goons. Right now as I speak, you got people running into people's homes at gunpoint. Okay. Assaults. Okay. Sexual assaults, regular assaults, domestic violence. Okay. Kidnapping, trafficking. Okay. Pimping and pandering. Okay. All these different crimes. Burglary. Petty theft. Well, petty theft is crazy. You got a lot of stores out here in San Francisco that are shutting down. You had that. The mall. You have that famous. You could say famous, where all the tourists will go to, the Westfield Mall. They took their name. They pretty much got up out of there. Nordstrom's got up out of there. You have the Gap that was right there where we preached. They're done. You had so many stores. Shit, so many. Yeah, they just shutting down. You had the Whole Foods. They left because it was too much crime. I believe 40 is either 30 or 40%. I want to say 40% of commercial real estate in San Francisco is empty. It's vacant. So there's a commercial real estate crisis going on. Okay, people don't want to come into these different major cities. Why? Because crime. And then when you go out of the city and you're in these affluent neighborhoods, what's the fear? Home invasions, especially a lot of these elderly. They'll come in and, of course, they're going to prey on the weak. Okay. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And we haven't even got to this part where it's going to be a lack of bread. It's going to be a lack of food. We haven't even got to this part where it's going to be great, where we're at great tribulation. That's the beginning of sorrows. Okay. Where you're going to see, it's going to be, they're not going to even have a ski mask on during that day. They're not going to even be covered up during that day. It's going to be just complete breakdown. Your sewage is not going to even be working anymore. Your water, flowing to your home is not going to be working anymore. They're going to have to actually call in the National Guard. They're going to have to call in the military forces just so they can maintain some type of normacy. Okay, so you won't have just a bunch of thugs walking around. Okay, people turn to crime because there's no food. A lot of women going to get ravished. Okay, a lot of people going to get took advantage of. A lot of people going to perish. So this is a time we're coming into, and this is just an example. Like I said, if we would have went to another video. Okay, look at robberies. Okay, look, Oakland businesses struggle to survive amid mounting crime. You see that? Caught on camera, brazen burglary spree targets Oakland Chinatown businesses. We can go, damn, mother gang raped in her own bed speaks out. Like, damn. All right, so that's it on that. All praise to go to Yahweh Shema Shai. Until next time, shalom to the elect.